seems to be just the prevailing sense that, no need to panic at all. It's just first game. You guys make adjustments. Everything will be all right.
Yeah, I mean, we had a 13-point lead. They fought back and went on their run in the fourth quarter. And we know, some of the things that we have to fix, and 23 second chance points multiplies.
You think that's what led to the run in that second half in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, that we had some turnovers. Obviously, that's a good offense, and giving them extra possessions is never going to be a good thing.
Second quarter, you were getting 2 feet in the paint, possession after possession. It looked like the ball was moving. They were moving. You were getting the threes. Were the threes in the second half different than the looks you were getting in the first half because of the ball movement in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, us ending the game with only 16 assists is not something that we want. We want to continue to have them in rotation, obviously, and we have to make shots as well.
Darren, this remind you at all of Game 1 of the Minnesota series?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, different philosophies, for their teams, and I mean, this what's the same is the fact that we lost the game, but I mean, I don't think there are similarities in playing style or anything like that as far as the two teams go.
Does it feel at all similar in terms of like how or why you lost the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think giving them more opportunities at shots, I think, is definitely the one thing that was very common.
First final match today, but yet you guys lost.
Say it again.
First final matchup, but you guys take the loss. It's still the first final for you guys. Can you talk to me a little bit about the bittersweet moment?
I mean, yeah, I think we're just all grateful to be here. Obviously, we want to win, but it's a long series, and it's part of it. I mean, we had series this playoff. We started down, or we went down later in the series, but got to move past it and look on to the next game.
What are some takeaways from tonight? Obviously with the loss tonight, what would you say affected the rhythm of you guys the most? Because game was tied up until the fourth quarter.
I got to go back and watch it. I know we took a good lead in the third. Gave them some offensive rebounds that got them some good looks and gave them some confidence when they started their run. But yeah, I have to go back and watch.
Steph, what do you think it was that sort of allowed the Knicks to score 50 in the paint like that?
I think their offensive rebounds and probably just containing the ball. I feel like a lot of their drives were on-the-ball drives. They weren't really, we help there. Somebody else gets a, in-rhythm catch or anything like that. It was really just on the ball. So containing the ball better and then, keeping them off the glass.
What's the kind of the sweet spot between making sure Wemby touches it down the stretch, but also getting 2 feet in the paint, whether it's Darren or yourself or Harper, making sure you get 2 feet in the paint and draw and be able to kick out?
I mean, obviously you have to have a feel for it, see, who's got it going, who's got the rhythm. Matchups are definitely important too. That's why it's always beneficial when, a couple of us are out there together. Mm-hmm. So that's beneficial. But, I think Vic creates advantages, whether he's on the ball or off the ball. So just really trying to make the right play for the possession.
How did you guys think you did against Brunson? He had 30 points, but it took him 31 shots to get there.
I mean, I thought we did well. I mean, we kept him off the line for the most part. He made some tough shots late, but I feel like a lot of his buckets were just loud because they were back-to-back. The shots that he did get to go, they were like consecutive, so it hurt a little bit more. But looking at the box score, looking back on it, I think we did a pretty good job on him.
You talked about not being down 1-0 before in the playoffs. How much does this environment, this situation kind of give you comfortability knowing that y'all been in this situation before?
Yeah, it's first to four. We got a luxury of having another home game next, so try and tie it up before we go over to New York. But I think coming into every game, we're not thinking about the result of the last game, whether we won or lost, because every game is his own. So obviously having our backs on the wall, being down 1-0 is going to give us a little bit more motivation. But I think it should be there regardless.
Did this remind you at all of the Game 1 against Minnesota?
A little bit. Obviously two totally different teams. I think we lost Game 1 in Minnesota for a completely different reason, but similar feeling though.
And you guys just finished the series with OKC a few days ago. Do you feel that the energy level probably affected the game somehow today?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, we've had a couple of days to rest and, get our legs back under us. So, I mean, the way we started the game and started the second half, I thought was well. So, yeah, but that's no excuse.
Devin, you guys were tied at the fourth of the quarter. What would you say affected the rhythm the most after their slow?
I think we got out. We stopped playing as fast in transition, getting the ball out quick. They made some tough shots at the end of the game. And I think we have a lot of stuff we can be better on.
Yeah, but I think you guys had 16 assists tonight.
Yeah.
And that's not y'all.
That's not the Spurs way, for sure. Coach talked about it, and we know we can be a lot better. We played a lot of one-on-one today, and that's something that they want us to do. So I think when we move the ball, we get them chasing the ball. We're a really good team.
Devin, you guys started out pretty strong on the boards, especially the wings and the guards, and then it just kind of tailed off in the second half. What happened with that?
We know we got to control the boards. With this series, they like to crash the glass, Cat, OG, all of them. So it can't just be one half to where we're crashing the glass. We got to help Vic. We got to help the bigs down there, and that's going to be a huge part of this series.
Devin, you guys struggled from three tonight, especially in the second half. But did you guys like the looks you were getting?
Yeah, I think we're getting good looks. I think we'll just be a lot better. I think we'll be a lot more comfortable next game. I think we rushed some of our shots, but I mean the quality of looks on our threes were good, and with all the shooters that we have, we're confident those are going to go down.
You mentioned comfortability. Is that just NBA Finals environment?
I mean, I think all of it, honestly, but we're excited for game 2 because we know we could play so much better, and this isn't the game that we're used to playing, honestly.
Is there an element of just feeling things out? Game 1, fresh off of a 7-game series with OKC.
Nah, I think beginning of the game, of course, but as the game goes on, at the end of the day, it's just basketball. We know this team. In each game, we're going to get more and more familiar with them, the plays, their play calling, their styles. So, like I said, we're excited for game 2.
Hey, Luke, can you just talk about how this one felt, specifically this shift in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, tough second half. I feel like they did a good job of just, Brunson made some good plays, and honestly, I feel like our offensive execution, I think we could have done better, and we'll be able to take a look at it tomorrow and really kind of get a better sense of how that kind of broke down. But I mean, I feel like a lot of it's kind of connected in that sense, but you never really know how well until you get to see it. So.
It's not often that you guys get outscored in the paint. What do you think were the factors that went into that?
Yeah, I mean, they do a great job of, kind of protecting the paint and pulling in and stuff like that. I feel like the first half we did a good job attacking, and I think we just kind of be, more persistent about our focus and intensity and that side of things. I mean, yeah, once again, it's kind of something that obviously you take a look at it, and I think the better we can do on the offensive side of the ball, kind of connect each other, and we'll take a look at it and see what we can do better.
You know what a finals feels like. How do you think the rest of the guys, handled the environment tonight?
I mean, I think that was all fine. I feel like it was obviously you're just playing like a new opponent and kind of settling into, understanding what this opponent's going to require, and I think getting really stubborn about, the style of play and how you have to execute on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, I think it feels pretty similar to some previous series, and you kind of just have a better sense game after game, and after you watch film and stuff tomorrow of what we need to do, and just doing a better job of that.
Did the ball stick a little bit in the second half, do you think?
I mean, I think from my understanding, like our assists were kind of down, so obviously I think moving the ball and playing with pace is something that we pride ourselves on. So once again, we'll be able to take a better look to see exactly what happened and how it happened, but I know when we're at our best, we're playing with a lot of pace and really being able to move the ball side to side. So I'm sure that was a factor to a decent amount tonight, but in terms of seeing how it actually played out, we'll be able to get a better sense of that tomorrow.
What was your view of the live streamer running it at Victor across the court?
It's not the same thing everybody else did. Yeah.
What's your message to the team tonight after, taking the loss at home? However, there's game 2 to look forward to in the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of like getting to our fundamentals and our style of play and implementing that. And obviously we'll find little things that we can adjust to. But I mean, I think sometimes game 1s can kind of have this sort of sense of, you're adjusting from a previous one, and yeah, sort of find that style and really getting committed and bonded together, because sometimes when you're having a different look as before, you're not as resilient at holding to the way that we need to play. So I think we'll get a better job of doing that as we go forward, and just kind of moving from there.